This episode of Marijuana Today Daily is brought to you by our friends over at ease.com, who know that sometimes it's a little hard to get moving when you throw yourself back into a work week Monday. That's why they posted up a great daily discount today that you can unlock using the discount code Monday. That'll take 20% off the cost of a selection of vaporizers on orders over $50. You can find $20 cartridges fitting USB universal batteries from State, $25 all-in-one vape pens from Select CBD, and $40 G pen inserts from Caliva. Whatever your price point is today, you can save a fifth of the cost by opening up ease.com, spelled E-A-Z-E, and getting your order in. Just make sure to select from today's deals while also using the discount code Monday. And if you're more in the mood for other legal California marijuana products like flower, topicals, edibles, tinctures, or pre-rolls, Ease also has you covered. Swing over to ease.com to see all the different kinds of legal California marijuana products that can be delivered to you in less than an hour, assuming it's during legal delivery hours and that you live in a part of California where Ease is active. Big thanks to everyone at Ease for helping make today's news possible. Good morning, Marijuana Nation. It's Monday, September 24th, 2018, and you're tuned in to episode 576 of Marijuana Today Daily. I'm your host, Shay Gunther, and I'll be walking you through today's marijuana news and headlines. As always, we have a full and busy day of cannabis news in our hands, so let's jump right into it. Our top story today starts us off up in Canada, where the large pharmacy chain Shoppers Drug Mart has secured official license to produce medical marijuana, part of a larger plan to add medical cannabis to the list of products available to its customers. The company has more than 1,300 retail locations across Canada and was acquired by an even larger corporation, the Loblaw Companies, in a 2014 deal worth $12.4 billion. Shoppers Drug Mart say they do not intend on growing cannabis themselves and have signed a number of supply deals in recent months with companies like Tilray and Aurora Cannabis. Parent company Loblaw operates grocery stores across Canada, employs more than 136,000 employees, and also intends to get into the legal cannabis dispensing game. So things are quickly evolving up north. Not a bad storyline to stay on top of. Tom Angel nicely wraps up all the marijuana and drug policy related points from a recent debate between incumbent Senator Ted Cruz of Texas and his challenger, Democratic U.S. Representative Beto O'Rourke, also of Texas. As he's wont to do, Senator Cruz had no problem in the debate lying on a number of matters to support his prohibitionist take that drugs, including marijuana, are super duper duper bad and should remain illegal because they're bad. Representative O'Rourke was much more progressive in his views that the federal war on drugs needs to end and that sick people should be free to use medical cannabis. Representative O'Rourke and Senator Cruz also disagreed over the case of Botham Jean, a black man killed in his Dallas home by a white police officer who confused his apartment for hers. Representative O'Rourke has rightly pointed out how bullshit that case is, while Senator Cruz has chosen to play to his white racist base in jumping to defend the police at all costs. Speaking of racists, a sheriff in New Jersey just resigned after being caught on tape making a bunch of racist comments about black people, marijuana policy change, and New Jersey State Attorney General Gurbir Grewal, who is the first Sikh American to serve as a state attorney general. We picked up on this one recently as it first broke, with Bergen County Sheriff Michael Saudino facing numerous calls to step down, including by Governor Phil Murphy. Late last week, Sheriff Saudino apologized for his comments and announced that he would be resigning as sheriff. No word has been released yet as to what backward police force will be next rehiring Mr. Saudino as a cop, though I'm sure it won't be too long for that. Those are our top stories for today. It's time for Marijuana Today Daily Headlines Blitz. Before we blitz out in headlines, let's quickly thank our sponsor, Ease.com, California's top one-stop website for legal marijuana delivery. You know Ease as the place to turn when you want legal California marijuana delivery that always delivers you products that are properly tested, packaged, and labeled. You also know that ease.com/home is a great place to read all of the editorial and analytical content that the Ease team has developed using smart polling, good writing, and their properly aggregated and anonymized sales data stream. There are few companies in our industry with a better grasp on the behavior of the modern cannabis consumer than Ease. Tap into that wealth of knowledge, information, data, and wisdom by swinging over to ease.com/home. With Ease, once again, spelled EAZE. All right, time for the Blitz. Police in Washington, D.C. will no longer arrest people they catch smoking cannabis in public. Instead, those busted in the nation's capital for public use of marijuana will be given a ticket requiring them to go to a police station within 15 days to either go to court or pay a $25 fine. One thing to note about DC's policy change is that it does not apply to those with past warrants or underaged consumers who still face arrest. A judge in California ruled on Friday that the parents of 5-year-old Brooke Adams can send their daughter to school with the medical cannabis oil that helps keep the seizures she lives with in check. Brooke relies on a THC-rich oil to help minimize the effects of Dravet syndrome, a type of epilepsy that she was born with. Her parents have been fighting with the Rincon Valley Union School District, which said that federal law requires them to ban medical products from campus. Friday's ruling means that Brooke can now go to school and get the medicine that helps her best. The Oregon Liquor Control Commission pulled the business license for an adult use marijuana producer on Friday after charging it with a number of code violations. The OLCC charged High Cascade Farms with 13 violations in all and said the company came into its scope after a tag was recovered from a cannabis extraction lab explosion for a plant that had supposedly already been destroyed. Another story of racism within marijuana, though this time it's coming from within our industry itself. Regular listeners should remember the case of Bethany Sherman, the Oregon-based cannabis business owner who was revealed last year to be a big, giant, stupid racist and supporter of stupid racist causes, leading to her ouster as head of her company, OG Analytical. Oregon Live is reporting that Ms. Sherman is now being sued by a number of former employees for wages they say she never paid them. Best of luck winning that one. Things should be easier in Michigan for prospective medical marijuana patients seeking official license after state officials announced plans to move the application process for registering as a medical cannabis user from paper to online. The new online process will allow doctors who become recommending agents to file applications for patients directly online rather than the current method requiring them to mail in actual paper, as in made of trees. Michigan has one of the larger patient populations in the U.S. and is in the midst of a transition to a more robust and regulated system, so this policy change should have a positive impact. Marijuana Business Daily has a good educational story up looking at a cannabis farmer working to build and operate so-called closed-loop marijuana farming, in which all the inputs for all the various agricultural products are created on site. So instead of buying fertilizer produced from fossil fuels, closed-loop farmers use animal waste and compost to boost the growth of their marijuana. The animals producing that fertilizer are then fed using feedstock grown from the farm. You can also incorporate things like aquaculture and earthworms to help boost the available nutrients and resources. While it's hard to argue against the model that requires no or little external costs, the question of scalability is a just and reasonable one to ask. Marijuana Business Daily looks at farmer and environmentalist Mark Simpkins, head of cultivation at Oregon-based Sacred Flower Farms, who says he's cracked the code of environmentally sustainable scalability in cannabis culture. Give this one a read if you read any story today. Wrapping up our news on this magnificent Monday is Christopher Ingraham of the Washington Post, who picked up on new results from a drug use survey conducted by the federal government that finds that the percentage of baby boomers who admit to consuming cannabis is now even with the percentage of teenagers who do the same. According to the 2017 National Survey on Drug Use and Health conducted by the Federal Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, 6.7% of survey respondents ages 55 to 64 say they use marijuana at least on a monthly basis, versus 6.5% of those ages 12 to 17. Another story I'd add to my to-read list today. Those are the headlines and news for the day. I'll be back with you again tomorrow morning with another information-packed episode of Marijuana Today Daily. But in the meantime, if you have any stories to share or feedback to give, zip us an email to headlines@mjtodaydaily.com. And while you're clicking around the interwebs, swing over to our Twitter account at mjtodaydaily and visit our website at mjtodaydaily.com to find links to all the news we cover. Thanks to our sponsor, Ease, and to all of our awesome patron listeners for the support that makes this show possible. To join the illustrious ranks of the patron listeners yourself, you know what to do. Just swing on over to our website at mjtodaydaily.com and click on that big blue button at the top of the page that says Become a Patron. Become super awesome today. I'm your host, Shay Gunther. Thanks for tuning in and starting your day with marijuana today. Today.
One take, Shay. One take.